Hi guys, Josh here, and I can't believe it, but 2022 is almost over already. I think it's been an amazing year if you're into farming games, and it looks like 2023 might be just as good, if not even better. So in this video, I would like to go over 10 farming games that should be releasing next year, unless of course they get delayed or something like that. All of them will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and some of them on other platforms as well. I'm not including in this list any game that will launch in early access. That would be a really long list otherwise, and maybe that could be for a separate video, but some of them will go from early access to a full release. But before we jump into our list, let me share with you some very exciting news. This segment of the video is sponsored by Pacha Games, the developers behind My Time at Pacha and My Time at Sandrock. They started working on a brand new game currently known as Project Me, and honestly right now we don't know too much about it besides the fact that it will be an RPG simulation game for mobile in which you get to build your ideal home. We also have this concept art for the game. You can clearly tell they're keeping the same art style as in their previous games. It almost looks like we can see kind of futuristic versions of Pacha and Sandrock carved into the mountains. Let me know what you guys think, but I am looking forward to seeing more of this game. Pretty soon, they will be launching a closed testing program with members of their community. So if you want to be one of the first players to try out this game, just check the link in the description to join their Discord and you might get a chance to participate in their testing program. And of course, as we learn more about this game, I'll make sure to let you know on this channel, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Alright, now let's get to our list. And the first game is an obvious one, probably the most anticipated farming sim release of 2023. Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. I talked about this game multiple times already on my channel. I don't think this requires much of an introduction anymore, but in case you missed the news, this is a remake of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, which originally released on the GameCube. This game is pretty different from other entries in the series because as you progress through the years, your characters will get older, along with the other characters living in the Forgotten Valley. There is also a pretty big emphasis on the family life in this game, as it doesn't take long to get married and have a child, and you get to influence the way your child will grow and what their interests will be. The original game still had some flaws, like very tedious farming mechanics and a lack of proper festivals. However, these are things that have been already confirmed to be improved in the remake, so I am very excited for it. Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life will be releasing in Japan on January 26, 2023. That's less than 2 months from now, and I will definitely be checking out the Japanese version as soon as it comes out. The rest of the world will have to wait until summer 2023 when it will release for Switch, but also PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. A bit later, we'll be getting Rune Factory 3 Special, a port of Rune Factory 3, which originally released for the Nintendo DS. Similarly to Rune Factory 4 Special, which released in 2020 for the Switch, and later for Steam and other consoles, this one will feature HD graphics and some of the assets, such as the character models, will be redone so they can look good in 1080p. Just like Rune Factory 4 Special, Rune Factory 3 Special will include additions such as a newlywed mode where you can experience new scenarios with the different bachelorettes, as well as a Hell difficulty mode for more challenging combat. It is currently planned to release on March 2nd, 2023 for the Switch in Japan, and later for the rest of the world, and even though other platforms have not been confirmed yet, I think it's very likely it will end up on most consoles the same way Rune Factory 4 Special did. And if we're lucky, in addition to Rune Factory 3 Special, we may also get a brand new Rune Factory game. It was announced during last September's Nintendo Direct that a new Rune Factory game was currently in development. We don't know too much about it yet, except for the fact that it looks like it will be either a spin-off or something a bit different than just Rune Factory 6, as the developers have confirmed that this was a new series rather than just a new entry. If we do get that game next year, my guess is that it would probably be in the second half of the year, and most likely the Japanese version will come first. That is just my prediction, but no matter what, I'm sure we will get to hear more about this game in 2023. During the same September Nintendo Direct, we got to see the announcement trailer for Fae Farm, a fairy tale farm sim RPG which features a 4-player co-op mode, and it actually seems to put quite the emphasis on the multiplayer aspect, so I think this might be a good option for those looking for a farm sim to play with friends. The game will feature magic, exploration, battles, and of course, farming. It is currently planned to release in spring 2023, and it will be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. If you like the magic theme but would maybe prefer a single player experience, then you might be more interested in Kitori Academy. In this one, you play as an apprentice studying at a wizard academy, where you will attend classes and learn how to brew potions, use spells, spend time with your cat, but also you will do some gardening. Kitori Academy will have a demo and an early access available on Steam in spring 2023, but by fall 2023, the full release will be available on both Nintendo Switch and Steam, and I cannot wait to play it. Another game I can't wait to experience is Ova Magica. This game takes inspiration from classic farming sims like Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, but also other games like Pokemon. You'll have a ton of different blobs that you can collect and crossbreed, and they will have special abilities to help you on the farm and in battle. There is a closed backer preview for this game that is planned for sometime later this month, so some of those who backed the game on Kickstarter will be able to play very soon, but no worries if you didn't, you probably won't have to wait too long because the full release is planned for 2023 for Nintendo Switch, Steam, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox Series X and S. The next game is Snacko. This one was supposed to come out in 2022, but we haven't heard much in the last few weeks, and clearly now that's not happening, and while there's no confirmation for 2023 yet, I think we have a pretty good chance of finally being able to play this game next year. Snacko is a very cute farming game in which you play as a cat, and you get to explore an island, collect resources, and rebuild a ruined town. It seems like there will be quite a lot to do in this game. You can even drive around in this little car, and I love the mix of 2D pixel art for the characters with the 3D environments. As I said, there's no official confirmation that the game is coming in 2023 yet, but when it does come out, we'll be able to play it on Steam, Switch, PlayStation 4, and 5. Now, the next 3 games on our list are already playable as they are in early access, but they do have a full release planned for 2023, so we will be able to enjoy their full experience very soon. First, we have Sunhaven, which has been in early access since June 2021. The game has received major updates every few months, the most recent one being the Events update, which should be followed by the Seasons update and then the 1.0 release, which should include the Switch and Steam versions of the game. In this game, you can play as a variety of races, you can have a farm in 3 different towns, each with their own unique shops and characters. There are tons of skill trees to unlock and things to do. It really has a lot to offer, even in its current state. And all of this can be done with up to 8 players online. With that being said though, there are some things that are obviously missing from this game. For example, currently there's only 1 season, which feels a bit unusual for a farming sim, but once the game is complete, I can't wait to get back into it. Honestly, I feel like this game is such a perfect match for the Nintendo Switch. Next is Roots of Pacha, which is not technically available as a Steam Early Access, but the alpha and beta backers have been able to enjoy this game starting in April 2021. For me, I really enjoy how this game plays pretty much like a classic farming sim, but with a prehistoric twist to it. For example, you will have to discover things like irrigation instead of crafting sprinklers. You'll have to find seeds and animals in the wild instead of buying them at a shop. You'll first fish by using a stone instead of a fishing rod, and the more you play, the more evolved you become, and the progress is very satisfying. The game also doesn't have any combat, so if you're looking for a more relaxing experience, I would recommend it once it releases for the Nintendo Switch and Steam sometime in 2023. We don't have an exact date yet, but the developers have said that on December 5th, 2022, a few days from now, they would reveal a new trailer along with a release date, so I'll make sure to put a pinned comment under this video once that has been announced. And lastly, my time at Sandrock. This game has been in early access since May 2022. It has received a few updates already, and it improves on its predecessor, My Time at Pacha, in so many ways, especially in terms of quality of life features. In this game, you run your own workshop and need to collect and process a wide variety of items to fulfill commissions and help revitalize the town. I would say this is probably one of the best looking game in the genre, and the gameplay loop is extremely addictive. The story in this game is also pretty interesting, and I can't wait for the full version to find out what happens next. If everything goes well, the full PC release should be for 2023, and we can expect console versions a bit later. But while we wait for My Time at Sandrock's full release, don't forget to check out Project Me's Discord server with the link in the description if you can't get enough of that series. And these are 10 farming games that should release in 2023. Are there some that I did not include? Which one are you the most excited for? For me, the number one is definitely Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life. Second would be Ova Magica or Snacko, but I'm honestly looking forward to all of them. So let me know what you think in the comments, leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video.